Many have wondered all the world's building cathedrals and so on. How were they able to build those buildings like the one we see in the picture here from the old World Fairs in Chicago? They are not able to replicate them today, and we are told in our history books that they were made uh, from settlers that rode horse and carriages and lived in shed, and they had were poor, and they didn't have advanced tools, and yet we are told they managed to build these buildings. And maybe a city was about 2,000 more or less inhabitants, and they have government buildings, post offices that looked like castles, while they themselves lived in sheds. Something is not adding up in that picture. Um, so, uh, how were they able to build this building? It says in Book of Revelation that Satan shall be loosed after the Millennium Kingdom, after the 1,000 years, for a little while or a little season, and he will deceive the nations. And how on earth is it possible to deceive anyone after such a reign? But maybe it's in our history and how we are brought up, the schools we are taught, things that is not correct in our education system is corrupt in many ways, and we are taught in school that we are living on a spinning ball, and we and that crazy theory that we are it's all created after a big bang, an explosion out of nothing, crazy, and but they don't want us to believe that there actually is a creator in heaven that sees us all, and we are, if we have learned the way it says in the Bible, with the firmament and the earth, uh, if we had been taught that, we would started questioning, oh, maybe there is something above there, uh, but they will have us in the dark, so we don't see the light in many ways in our life, um, like like it says in the Bible, like our Heavenly Father's only begotten Son said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me." So, and it's like the books, many of the Bible's books have been taken out, like the Book of Esdras, uh, Baruch, Enoch, and they were in the King James versions too, as well. And we are told, um, like the wars and so on. They bombed those buildings. They also bombed in Germany. I think it was Dresden. It was called Operation Millennia. Strange name. And they bombed all the nice buildings they had there. So maybe we shouldn't see uh, what was going on, because every building they say burnt down from a make-believe story, and even if it was not made of wood but solid stone. So they want us to believe something that is not correct, that is for sure. And we can see the stars above every night. The same stars goes around to the right, around a circle in the heaven, and if we were on a spinning ball, we wouldn't be able to see that. And also the ancient maps from the 14th, 15th, 1600, they knew how to draw a map. It's not just fantasy like many wants to believe. They navigated after those maps, and they draw in land masses in the North Pole and the Antarctica, and they knew the globe theory is quite new actually. They knew it in the old days, and so it's a crazy world. So, but the mystery with the buildings, how they are built, it's also one of the books that has been taken out of the Bible, and this answer we can find in Baruch, second Baruch, and it's in chapter 74, and it says. And it shall come to pass in those days that the reapers shall not grow weary, nor those that build be toil worn. For the works shall of themselves speedily advance together with those who do them in much tranquillity. For that time is the consummation of that which is corruptible, and the beginning of that which is not corruptible. Therefore, those things which were predicted shall belong to it. Therefore, it is far away from evils and near to those things which die not. So, yeah, there we have it. And if you like, subscribe and like, and I wish you a wonderful day or evening. So talk to you later.